I'm motoring. What's your price for flight? Do do do. Yeah, I never know if we're actually live. Oh, we are live. Shocker. What is up, Jeromes? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day out there for those who celebrate. Really good at talking today. Daily Jerome's live stream, 11 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Thursday. Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. What is going on? So we knew it. We called it. We absolutely knew that Minnesota fighting Vikings, soon to be former Viking left tackle Riley Reef, he knew that we were just talking so much ish, and then he just like came back like the Undertaker, just like rising from the dead. 11th hour, taking a pay cut, and all right, so I had a beef yesterday that it's they keep talking about, oh, Riley Reef took a pay restructure. No, he took a pay cut, son. Yeah, full details on that contract aren't out. And I was guilty of this too, where you use where you use cut and restructure interchangeably, except they're not the same thing. Like if it was a legit restructure, he would still make every single penny that was due to him on his contract. That is not the case. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been thinking about it. So yeah, there's so many stupid things going on. So Sunday, Vikings pull off the blockbuster Ngakoue trade. And then Monday, it's the whole, hey, starting left tackle, take a pay cut or you gone. And then Wednesday, Riley Reef got off his deathbed. Is like, I'll take the restructure. Damn it, I did it again. I'll take the pay cut. And then today, so with Kirk Cousins and his COVID comments. Now, again, we do stay apolitical on this channel as much as we possibly can. It really does suck that COVID has become quasi-political, but you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And Cousins, like the reaction on sports media, which again, sports media leans very heavily in one direction, but man, Florio is losing his mind. So A, Florio hates Kirk Cousins. So B, he vehemently disagrees on Kirk Cousins on this issue. I mean, Florio probably thinks that the NFL season should still be canceled, even though he works in pro football. But nah. But man, just like this nice little quiet Wednesday, and then Kirk Cousins like, hold my beer, Leroy Jenkins, and life is so stupid. But I mean, this team is so stupid. Like, think about throughout the years. Think about the Love Boat. You think about, Straight Cash Homie. You think about the Wizinator. You think about Favre. You think about all of the stupid stories that crop up around this team. Like this team is a mid-market team that has not won a Super Bowl. It is always perennially good, but not like great. Just think of all the national headlines that they always make. Always. It's been a hell of a week. It's only Wednesday, but nah. All right, so join the Discord. If you like the live chat on the live stream, join our Discord 24/7. Link is up there, top left corner of the screen. We currently have... I'm good at math. I'm good at math and stuff. I'm revved up. It's been a great day. We had a great August. We had 1 million views on the channel in August, which is pretty good. Thank you very much, Jeromes. You guys are the best. We currently have... 162 Jeromes over there. It's a good time. Go check out the live stream. Oh, here I put the link. As well as check out purpleftydavid.com/support. All the great sponsors of the show. Support us. Support them. Support us. Support yourself. Get discounts, at least a mattress on it. All that good things. All right. So, questions, Q&As. Oh, also, if you're new in the live chat, if you want a question answered live in the live chat, put a couple bucks in the super chat. Help keep producer Allie and cookie dough and whatnot. All right. So Wednesday, what is the Daniil Yannick nickname? Some of the best nicknames are ones that are just completely nonsensical. So obviously, cribbing from Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, Shake and Bake sounds good. Shake and bake, but I don't know, like grilled cheese and tomato soup. Who is who? I don't know, but they go together. It's a great combination. 3 deep. Why don't we just reuse 3 deep because when you got a Fadi in there too. Get it. All right, so Lucas Kafel, DIY pass rush. Daniil, Afadi, Yannick. Okay, that's it. That wins. That was pretty good. Give me a nasty 3-man rush. Actually, you remember... Oh, man. Football posters. Man, like back in the 90s, football posters were legit, man. I don't know why they don't do these anymore because like nostalgia is so powerful. Okay, who the hell is this? Mad Dog Golick? Wait. Oh, is this Bob Golick? Yeah, he is a linebacker. But like, Bosworth here. Oh, wait, yeah, maybe they did that. Russell Wilson, armed and dangerous. I mean, they're so corny and over the top. Oh, this is Kurt Warner. Yeah, not the jabroni Northern Iowa do nothing quarterback, but the running back. Yeah, so Kelly's hero. There's a really good one from the Saints, even though the Saints are a dirtbag pile of shit franchise. Let's see. Patrol. Yeah, the Dome Patrol. That one's pretty good. So when they had Pat Swilling and Ricky Jackson and Sam Mills, like that one's good. They need to do one. So long story short, they need to do one about Yannick and Afadi and Daniil called Rush, and then Tom Sawyer. Yeah, R.I.P. Neil Peart. Yeah, just basically do like a Rush album poster, except put them in it. I need to get the Vikings creative team on the horn. Skull Mitzel, quarterback hunters, or just like Also, if I started a purple for the Win Fantasy League, would you join and would you live stream the draft? Yes. TBD on live streaming the draft, depends on when it is. But yeah, start one and then let people know in the Discord what's going on. Viking Aggie 2028. Yanil. I feel like just putting the names together like Benefer is just like, that's so 2000 and late. If Afadi moves inside a 3-tech, does Armon Watts push Samar Stefan for the nose position? I would be okay with that. I mean, because hell, the Vikings are going to be suspect against the run as it is. I mean, Shamar Stephan and Jaleel Johnson were not great against the run last season, so why not go full on, hey, at least we can rush the passer set where, Watts played some nose in college. He's actually pretty solid there. But, I mean, the coaching staff just loves Shamar Stephan. Maybe it's just because they're familiar with him, and he did well as a 7th-round pick from Barker. But, yeah, Afadi, he doesn't have the size to be a every down 3-tech. He is... Even though he added weight, he's still only about 265 roughly. I know that he's listed lighter than that. But Andrew Hansen, Death Row Last Meal, nicknamed the Bash Brothers. Yeah, that's good, except it's so like everyone uses the Bash Brothers. Death Row Meal. So we've been over this before, and I feel like it changes every day. But just something from the childhood nostalgia. So. My sandwich growing up is like basically the only thing my dad could do except for grill. But it would be white Wonder Bread. Actually, no, it'd be store brand Wonder Bread, so not even Wonder Bread. And then you have store brand bologna, not even Oscar Mayer. And then store brand American cheese slices, not even Kraft. And then just yellow mustard. And again, store brand, so not even. Okay, what's the mustard company? Doesn't matter. But just put that all together, baby, you got stew going. I mean, I still love those sandwiches today, even though I can't eat them because adulting is very stupid. So definitely that. I don't know, like a good rack of ribs. I mean, why the hell not? Maybe a nice like elk steak or some venison backstrap or something like that. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Brett Skywalker, the Purple Virus. I don't think we can do virus nicknames for a while. Yeah, people aren't gonna like it. Or Hunter and Sons. Travis Larson. I think Yannick has to prove himself before any Nickady names. Nah, I mean Nate Stanley already has a nickname, the Immovable Object. Nick Doroff, Purple Pain Patrol, Triple P's. Which coordinator in the NFL or college head coach would you like the Vikings to hire after Zimmer wins 4 straight Jerome Bardies and retires? Well, if Lincoln Riley is still around. But Lincoln Riley, that just sounds like the name of the town sheriff from a Nicholas Sparks book if he did Westerns. Sheriff Lincoln Riley came into town looking for justice, but instead he found love and justice. The brand new Nicholas Sparks novel, Love and Justice. World II General Vince Vaughn. The hellacious hunter and his speedy sidekick, Nasty Ngakoue. It's a little bit wordy. It's like the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Nah. Good movie, though. Len Jensen. What are your thoughts on the Vikings ticket prices, and do you think they'll rise next season? As for the name, the Hammer and Anvil works for me. I don't really keep up with ticket prices because I don't really go to games. I know they've been going up, but do you have the greatest stadium in the history of mankind? Do you have a team that's actually doing well? So, man, stay in the Moros. Well, the Lions did the Lions thing again, signed Decker to a big extension, 6 years, $85 million, 30.7 guarantee. Not huge, but still Decker's not that good. He is not. Like Taylor Decker is like the Looper version of Riley Reef. Like you know that movie with, well, it's the greatest movie of all time as a documentary. Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a younger version of Bruce Willis. Like, that's basically what Taylor Decker and Riley Reef are. Just sad. It's sad, man. Let's see. Let us know where we're watching from to give a couple shout-outs. Always love doing that. Oakview. What will the Yannick deal? I'm trying to pronounce it Yannick because apparently that's what. This is whose name was mispronounced for years, and then all of a sudden, common sports. Yeah, because I forget who it was. It was someone who had a long career, and then it came out at the end that everyone was saying their name wrong. God, that's going to bug me. It was someone well-known. Might have been a Hall of Famer, too. I won't. What will Yannick deal look like the year after the Vikings to fit the cap and decent salary? 4 for $80. I feel like 20 is going to be the line of demarcation. 20 per year for Yannick and Daniil. Also, did Treadwell look as good as Jefferson his rookie season training camp? No, he did not. So that was the thing about Treadwell's training camp. So 2016 down to Mankato is that, all right, so a year removed from that horrific ankle injury, still put up a 1,000-yard season in the SEC, but he was a step slow. Like, yes, Treadwell was never a burner, but he at least had some decent mobility. Like, at least had Des Bryant-esque agility, but he didn't have it in 2016. It got better because I think that ankle was really like a 2-year. The ankle tibia was really like a 2-year injury. So what started off, I mean, you have a first-round pick, you have this pressure on you to begin with, then you have Thielen and because remember 2016. Thielen and Diggs had not become Thielen and Diggs yet. So a lot of the thought was Treadwell, Cordero would be your starting wide receivers, and Jarris Wright work from the slot, and then sprinkle in some Diggs and some Thielen. But, yeah, it didn't happen. But, no, Treadwell did not look – Treadwell could not carry Jefferson's jock. He couldn't. Billy Long, Aaron's Nightmares, or the Trubisky Trappers. Man, so – you guys know how we did the video a couple years ago of the political attack ad? Actually, I think it might have been 2016 on Aaron Rodgers. We're doing another one for 2020. I'm really excited about it. It's always a good time. It's good. So here, a couple shout-outs. Let's see here. Royal Awesome 519, Skull from Toronto. What's going on? John Schwartz, Virginia Beach, all up in the hizzy. John Hoffus, Skull from Rochester. Little B, the show. Keep up the good work. Hey, supposed to say I love the show. There you go. Cheese Doodle Skull from Long Island. It's Meeps, by the way. What up? Purple Rain. Skull from Wausau, Wisconsin. All right, you guys are the best. Thanks for coming along on the daily live stream. It's here. Trubisky trappers or Foles finders, Stafford stunners. Hell, there's plenty. This is tough. I mean, naming things are tough. Mainly because everything's going to suck. Nicholas White, the Twin City Terrors. It's good, but I feel like we can do better. Ethan Griffith, I'm not creative enough for a good one, so let's just go with the phrase, "Ya kneel will make you kneel or squeal." Also, DJ1 went to number 98, it looks like. I feel like that's a flex on Michael Pierce opting out. I love it. Did they give out Michael Pierce's number? Or did he just switch this to 97? Sure, huh? Because Pierce wore 97 in Baltimore. So Wanham took 98. Yeah, Pierce is 97 now. All right, so that makes sense. Yannick, I don't know what he's going to do for a number. Because I thought that 71 would look pretty tight. I do like 70 series numbers on edge rushers. You look at Jim Marshall. But 91 makes sense. That's what he wore in Jacksonville. He wore 7 at Maryland and in high school, so working a 7 in there somewhere. 79 if Kenny Willekes gets cut, but it's not a good one. 77, but of course that's the late, great Corey Stringers. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, just taking 91 and kicking Holmes back to 92 after Zettel gets cut, I mean, that's boring. Boring. Numerology podcast coming soon. Pulford Skull, I'm fully on board with Hercules, Jerome Cousins after his interview with Kyle Brandt. He said he's talking about survival of the fist, Corona, even if it kills him. Kirk says, if I die, I die. I'm kind of at peace about it. Yeah, I mean, man, it was, so Brandt is obviously, I like Kyle Brandt, as well as he's a big-time Viking supporter, but he was really baiting Kirk with some of those questions. Like, he was fully on just trying to, hey, we're going to get you to say something that goes viral. So it's a little bit dirty pool. But also, I mean, Cousins answered it. So, I mean, there are a lot of people who agree with Kirk Cousins, especially at this point. So Kirk was basically just saying, Jesus, take the wheel. You went full Rocky for if I die, I die. I mean, that. This team is never boring. I mean, this team is so stupid, but in such an awesome way that you just can't look away. All right, next up, Mono Casual. Joe Larkin, Skull from Waseca, Minnesota, home of Michael Wabshaw. Wabi. Whatever happened to Wabi? Zach Ball, Skull from Northern Colorado. Great on a million view month. Yeah, if you're just joining the stream, we had 1 million views in August. And that's all because of you guys growing the channel. It's great. Thanks for coming along. Billy Skull from Hannibal. Dominic Ring, Skull from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Really? Well, best of luck. Next up is question. How do you think the atmosphere of the Vikings locker room and who are the younger guys do you see as the future team leaders now that 7 veterans have left? Got no nickname, but I want to shout Ingak. I like a prehistoric bird mating season whenever he makes a play. Atmosphere in the Vikings locker room. I think it's cool. I think it's pretty cool because I think that some of the younger veteran leaders have done a really good job, especially in this weird offseason. I think Thielen's really stepped up as a leader. I think Daniil has, even though he's been hobbled. Some of the young guys stepping up in the future. I think Gladney has a lot of leadership attributes. Same thing with Dantzler. I think Brian O'Neill and Bradbury could be sneaky great leaders too. I think BC could be a really good leader. I think that you'll find that guys like BC, could be the Vikings NFLPA rep, the team union rep soon. BC's a really interesting kid. I think that he's very well thought, and he does his research. He is very well informed about things, and yeah, he's just a really impressive kid. Like him, Abdullah, Kendricks, Thielen. Yeah, I mean they're all just great. Pulford Skull. Thielen gave high praise to Gladney and Dantzler. That's good to hear, especially from him. Said it's hard to create separation. Every catch is contested. Seems very good feeling with season pro. Or that's like Thielen has lost a step. And he's just like, hey, these young kids who can't cover, whew, it's hard to get away from them. Probably not the case, though. I mean, Thielen is good to go. Gone in 60 seconds because after the kickoff, the opposing quarterbacks are gone. Yeah. Charlie Boltman. Just call them the lethal weapon, Riggs and Murtaugh. Except who would be who? Afadi's Joe Pesci? I never liked the Joe Pesci character from Lethal Weapon. The cover art for Lethal Weapon 3 is the only way I can explain it. Let's see. I feel like Daniil would be Murtaugh. I feel like Riggs would be Ngakoue. Because I feel like Daniil's pretty reserved. I feel like Yannick would take some more chances. A little bit more of a wild card. WDA Robbie. Does Cameron Dantzler get into the 3 quarterback range against the Packers? Yeah, I think that he does. Yeah, I think he's firmly out there. Potentially even getting more snaps than Holton Hill. Jason Sage, quarterback huntsman. Would you ever do an interview with a Packer fan or another NFC North team fan? I would do interviews of Vikings fans, though. No. Donig Hunakwe. Yeah. Atlanta Miller. Why haven't the Vikings signed even a backup nose tackle? Was the Reef restructure for that or for Dalvin? Kyle Hinton, goal line running back one time. That would be pretty sweet. Actually, I've been thinking like Kyle Hinton, goal line fullback with CJ Ham behind him. Woo! Ham bone. Shit. Landon Miller, Skull from Montclair, New Jersey. What is up? Charlie Hoffman, Cedar Falls, Iowa. What's going on? Tavian Granderson. Sacktown in the house. Mayor Kevin Johnson. Very corrupt. Great point guard, though. Patrick Harms, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Harms, not Harris. Well, I usually have a very small font as well as I'm getting old. So, I mean, Harms does look like Harris. Jabrisky, Skull from Tremplo. What up? What's going on? Number 2. Having the Vikings sign even a backup nose tackle? That's a good question. Could be part. They do believe in the hybrids in terms of Stefan and Jaleel and Armand. Maybe they think that could supplement. I mean, David Moa could be in the mix as a practice squad guy. Or maybe they're just biding their time. Maybe they're just waiting to see what comes free when roster cuts on Saturday. And the Fantasy League is in the Discord now. Oh, I should sign up before it fills up. Do that live on air. So, sending some flowers to producer Allie, and just as a pick me up, and flowers are like stupid expensive nowadays. I did not know this, as well as what's my password? Shit, I don't know my password. Also, so they wouldn't let me finish checking out because I didn't list my evening phone number, which why is that a required field anymore? There you go, I'm in. Yay. All right, next up is Zach Ballas, the Sander. They're going to smooth out the edges for sure. Which former Vikings are you picking up? Should they be cut from other teams anytime during the season? I haven't been paying enough attention to who's going to be on the bubble for fringe rosters, but as they come available, I'd be like, Tevin, pronounced Nufa. I feel like I was close. I feel like I should get partial credit. I find it hilarious that the Saints paid all that money for Taysom Hill and now are struggling to keep Kamara. If the Saints do trade Kamara, what would be your top 3 destinations for him? All AFC teams. I'm just kidding. The hype around Alvin Kamara, I mean, he is a nice part-time role player, but, I mean, it's like he's Austin Eckler, and he does not deserve more money than Austin Eckler. Screw him right in his face. John Just in terms of like sheer enjoyment, I guess the Patriots. Oh, put them on the Ravens. Like, I know that they have Dobbins and Ingram, but Kamara would add an extra dimension there. The Rams would be pretty gross. The Cardinals would be gross too. God, that'd be sick. Just not the Bears. That'd be dumb. But yeah, the Saints are sort of effed in cap space. Let me, because even if Breeze retires, like they have 20 to 30 dead on him in 2021, as well. They have like 16 or 17 million for dead for Taysom Hill next year. So they're going to have trouble, which you hate to see. Okay, let me see. Drew Brees. Yeah. Next up is LM. Which is more likely, Thielen regressing and getting slower, or that young cornerbacks are actually pretty good? Which is more likely if you had to pick one? I think young cornerbacks are really good. Yeah. That's what I'm telling myself. W-Day Robbie, does Odenigbo and Ngakoue get the same number of sacks? Certainly possible, especially if Yannick plays the starter role and Odenigbo gets mainly pass rushing reps. Yeah. Thomas Miles Jr. You talk about chops, but you didn't mention Iowa chops. They were expensive down south. Saw them on the menu. I was like, yeah, but it's way more expensive than other cuts of pork. Well, I don't think Iowa chops are like an actual cut. I think they're just a thick loin chop, aren't they? It's an Iowa chop. Pork version of a porterhouse steak. Iowa chop is cut at least thick with the tenderloin. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like a thick chop. Midwestern Meats. It's a great company. It's a great name. Straightforward. I like straightforward branding. All right, yeah. So you got the loin, you got the tenderloin, which tenderloin's phenomenal. So pork loin can actually get kind of tough, or not really tough, like rubbery. But pork tenderloin is always good. And it's a juxtaposition because I've said on here that for beef, I feel like filet is massively overrated. But for pork, I mean, hell yeah. All right, next up. Or I like how Gordon Ramsay always calls fillet, the fillet, and take the foil of aluminium, and the tomatoes, and the basil, and the garage. Bruno Edwards, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in the wide receiver cornerback groups going into the season? 0.0001. Not 9. Landon Miller. I think once Pierce comes back to the D-line, should be called the Purple People Eaters number 2. I just had a dream that Alexander Madison moved to wide receiver. Why? Fist fought Kirky and was cut. Man, you're probably pissed off that they moved to wide receiver, which would not be a good move. Which it would make sense if they moved Boone to wide receiver, which we've talked about this offseason. Cole Hershey, Skull from Toma, Wisconsin. What's up? Tony Haniff, love your content as a Minnesotan living in South Korea. That's funny because I'm a South Korean living in Minnesota. Even though I'm mostly Japanese. Oh, also, what's the deal with So, I don't always peruse the comments on the videos, but sometimes I do. And there's some dude like going off about me being a Hmong. I'm like among what? Like among greatness? But he went on like a whole screed about how all Asians in the Twin Cities are Hmongs. But nah. I find that insulting, frankly. Mainly, not so much as that all Asians look the same, is that you will never find more racist people than Asians against other Asians. Because there's a good joke from Ali Wong, who stand-up comedian. She's a writer on some shows too. Her joke was like, Asians are super racist. Like, I'm paraphrasing here, but she's like, I'm Filipino, Japanese, my husband is Vietnamese, Chinese, and all we do is love to sit at home and talk shit about Korean people. It's kind of true. It is true. Yeah, but I'm not among. Next up is with Vikings facing so many good tight ends this year, how do you think Jerome's role is going to be filling with Josh Metellus or Harrison Hand? Probably not either. I think it will be a village of Troy Dye as well as I think Dantzler has enough size. Not the thickness, but he's got the length. He doesn't have the girth, but he's got the length, which is more important in life, by the way. Actually, no, it's the other way around in life, but yeah, the Vikings will be fine. They'll figure something out. Stanley Morris, pitch me what Spielman gave to Yannick to take such a discount. The pitch to Reef. Yannick be like, hey, take a little bit less. We'll get you out of Jacksonville, the hellhole of Eastern Florida, and then we'll give you an opportunity to showcase your skills opposite Daniil Hunter, and then you can get a big-time contract either here or somewhere else. The pitch to Riley Reef, hey, take a pay cut or we're going to cut you in the face. That was the whole thing. So you notice that the media leaks, which was really just Reef or his agent leaking to the media, is like, oh, Reef told teammates he expects to be cut. He expects to take a cut. And then all Monday, his agent was on the phone with the Eagles, with the Broncos, with the Chargers, be like, hey, how much can my guy get? And then they're like, not much. And then he's like, well, poop. And then they took the pay cut. Because, again, it sucks that we're still waiting on official numbers. If I die, I die. Oh, God, that's such a great line. That's such a stupid line from Kirk Cousins. But, no, it's so good. So good. Yeah. Next up is Purple Vengeance. Who is your favorite Viking of all time? Chris Carr's definitely my first jersey I've ever got. Starter brand. I mean, back when Starter had the NFL jersey license. Remember when Puma had the license for a year? Favorite Viking all time. Well, the top 5 shifts, but it's Randy Moss, Chris Carter, John Randall, Jared Allen, and Antoine Winfield. It's usually the top 5. Yeah, but it's always Moss on one. Next up is Bruno Edwards. Your predictions for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and the Rookies of the Year. So, Kirk, Daniil, Jefferson. Actually, no, Dalvin, Jefferson, Dantzler. But league-wide, actually, that was my predictions for league-wide. Face. MVP, Ike Mahomes does the damn thing again. Defensive Player of the Year, probably Aaron Donald again. Offensive Player of the Year, I'm going to go Dalvin. No cap. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go Jefferson. Shit, yeah. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, I will go... It's usually an edge rusher award, except there weren't many good edge rushers in this draft. Nah, it's going to be something stupid. It's going to be like C.J. Henderson. He has like 11 picks in Jacksonville. Next up, Stanley Morris. Who's winning a fight, Aaron Donald or Grady Jarrett? Aaron Donald, it's not particularly close, but, big respect for Grady, but Aaron Donald. Like, Aaron Donald is 290 pounds with abs. You know how hard that is to do without supplements of the Mexican kind? Yeah, so Aaron Donald, 280, 290, if he's announced, and he's just ripped. So that's really hard to do. Also, he trains with knives. If Aaron Donald could get down to 225, 255. What's heavyweight? Yeah, it's 255, right? I do wonder how he would do in MMA against the bottom heavyweight in the UFC. The guy whose contract is about to expire because he's 0-4. He's gonna get cut. Have that guy against Aaron Donald, I think it would be a relatively close fight. Like, give Aaron Donald a year to train. Just see what happens. Royal Awesome 519, Sack Brothers. How many yards from scrimmage do you expect Cook to get in 2020? 2,195. All rushing. Jaimo Kayukin. How How has Bradbury looked in camp? He's looked good. Also, what are your expectations for him this season? I feel that he will anchor the Vikings offensive line. I think he's added some significant strength. I think he's more comfortable making line calls year 2, as well as I think he will shore up the deficiencies at guard around him better than he did last year. Because, yeah, you look at his PFF grades is this, but first 4 weeks he was absolute ass, but he really got it together afterwards, and I think he's going to do good. Thomas Miles Jr., Peter and Mr. Stark. Which Matt in the North will be gone by week 6? Patricia. Be gone. Brian Kayukin. Yannick, a new game plan against Hunter. Yannick. Tori Hansen. Kirk Cousins' take on COVID-19 is the best. Also, for the nickname for Daniil and Yannick would be the Fast and the Furious. Has that been used? I feel like it hasn't been used. I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Sports Mitzel, what's your favorite sports talk show? I don't listen to sports talk. I just don't. But it's part. Well, I definitely don't listen to anything local. I'll. What, is that you, Rona? Like, I'll once in a blue moon turn on DP show. I used to listen to Dan Patrick all the time, like 5 years ago. But I don't know, I just don't really take in a ton of sports because I feel like, doing this, cranking out content, focus on the Vikings, do get a little bit burnt out on sports. So I actually love listening to like history and like hunting podcasts and content when I'm not doing this. So yeah, and also I've talked about I don't listen to anything local because I never want to consciously or subconsciously lift ideas or premises or takes. So so that you guys know that everything on here is original, straight from the mind grapes. And yeah, you probably picked that up because everything I say is pretty much stupid. It's like, that is so stupid. Why is someone actually saying that? No one else would. So there you go. W-Day Robbie. Dan Bailey, the most accurate kicker in the league. It's possible. Was he 5th most accurate last year? He used to be the most accurate kicker of all time. And I love that record can shift just because it's because it goes by average. It's funny. Cheese Doodle. Just imagine a world where we signed Damon Harrison and our D-line last year was Hunter, Harrison, Afadi, and Gagwe. Yeah. Let's even get out of the Michael Pierce deal and just sign Snacks, which you may as well have done in the first place. Charlie Boltman. Has the fan base gotten comfortable with average its Super Bowl appearance on fire or fire everyone? That was a precedent when they signed Kirk. Have you lost any faith in Rico Dennison since we were good with both Rashad Hill and Pat Alpha? Well, I think Dennison was more just doing coach speak where he talked up every single player, even Rashad Hill is a potential starter. I will lose faith if they do not try something different in terms of if Dozier fails, if Elfline fails, especially early in the season. Comfortable with average to a degree. Like 2017, step away from a home Super Bowl, sign Kirk Cousins, and then 2 years later, we're like, hey, we want a playoff game. Yeah, I think by the time Cousins' deal is done, Zimmer and Spillman's deal is done. If there is not a Super Bowl in that mix, start over. Luke K, best sunflower seed flavors. Original and dill pickle. Like I can't really get behind the ranch or the barbecue, but dill pickle is just really good. Stanley Morris, Ngakwe Hunters. Oh, by the way, so we always have like pistachios in the house, and like the wife like really enjoys having some sort of like fruit and nut mix that we just have on the counter that we just go through like candy. And also I got sunflower seeds down here. I can't really find them right now. So, but I found that don't partake in those because you could have like one little particle before you're recording a video or coming out here for the live stream, because it's like one little particle gets in there and you're like, ah! Then everyone thinks you have the Rona. Also, yeah, I love Brant's like, hey, what happens if someone sneezes in the huddle? Even though sneezing is not a COVID symptom. Like, every other thing underneath the sun is basically a COVID symptom except for sneezing. But he was like, what if someone sneezes in the huddle? Yeah, it can't be ragweed or anything, bitch. But, God, the news cycle is so stupid all the time. Stanley Morris and Ngakwe Hunters. Meh. JoJo Smalls, what are your thoughts on Michael Jordan joining DraftKings as advisor? Like, yeah, that guy knows gambling. Yeah, how are you still going to sell that daily fantasy is a game of skill when you have the athlete who's probably gambled more millions of dollars in his life than anyone else, except maybe Charles Barkley? Yeah, okay, that's tough sell. It's kind of cool though. JoJo Smalls. It does give validity to the business model, though, if he's investing, because Jordan's not stupid with his money. JoJo Smalls, what are the three biggest needs for the Vikings heading into the 2021 draft? Offensive line. It's a guard. Probably safety if Harris isn't back. Defensive interior, even with Pierce coming back, allegedly. Then quarterback. Luke K. Top 5 mascots in the NCAA. Let's see here. I've always liked like Southern Illinois Salukis. All right, so we talking about like the cartoon or the logo or the actual like physical mascot? Well, he says mascot, so I'm guessing mascot. Oh, the Wichita Shockers. That's an easy one. Or who's the Catamounts? Well, I actually thought that the VCU Ram was pretty good because that's a full curl. That's illegal. The OG Oregon Duck is always good. See, I wonder if the Syracuse mascot has gotten some flack since everyone's like Orange Man bad. I never liked the Arizona State one. Looks like Snidely Whiplash. Yeah, so the Wichita State Shocker is always good. Even though like the dead-eyed Boilermaker dude, like this guy's not working on trades; he's working on model trains, like sniffing all that glue. That's what he's doing. So he's a Purdue guy. Why is the A&M mascot like a border collie? Hey Aggies, hey Lassie. Also, the Spartan dude, like he has definitely killed like so many Persians in his life, and not even at Thermopylae, just like in general, which is bad. Oh no, the Western Kentucky Hilltopper, where he just looks like a red grimace. Yeah. Next up is Cheese Doodle. I'd say a lot more even. Though it won't happen. Our D-line was Hunter Johnson, Nafati, and Ngakwe, but I know Stefan is our nose tackle this yeet. Cheese Doodle, how much cap do you think the Vikings are saving their structure if you had to guess? I would say it's be pretty big. Say maybe $4 million, give or take. Tevin, I already forgot the pronunciation. Oh, I know. Mabanafa. Oh, that should be easy. All right, Tevin Mabanafa. I can nailed it. Are wins a quarterback stat? No, but they are a strong correlator since quarterback is the most important position in all of team sports. The quality and caliber of quarterback's play does affect the team's win-loss chances more greater than any other position. So even though they're not stat, I've always said that they're more of an indicator. So it's like Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, like their teams are very unlikely to go 0-16, even if they play at the level they're capable at. Landon Miller, I think once Pierce comes back, it should be a Purple Millionaires too. Oh, we just read that, didn't we? Yeah. WDA Robbie, the Vikings go 6-10 and get the 6th to 10th pick. Who are they taking? Trey Lance, baby. If he falls out of top 5, take it. Preach Paul, mic drop, what up? Splash Brothers cards, NDSU or UND? Neither. I don't know. I feel like Bison fans are kind of like meh. So I guess North Dakota. Were they the Fighting Eagles now or something? Just because of Jim Kleinsasser. Cheese Doodle, why you delete old videos from a while ago? I don't know. Did we? Producer Allie, what's going on? Gage Sandin. Oh, but also, like, why are you interested in like the week 6 recap from the 2015 season? Hey, we beat the Bengals. Gabe saying Fast and Furious, but in football because they ran out of ideas. I feel like they did run out of ideas. Cheese Doodle, Yannick and Daniil's nickname is Young Rush. Preacher Paul, hauling it for all y'all finishers. Fatality now. The Mortal Kombat now. God, we're going to have to workshop this one. Lastly, Nick Blackford, Bash Brothers. It's been done. It's all been done. All right. Livestream. You guys are the best. Thanks for coming along. That's today's Daily Jerome's live stream. If you want to support the work, purpleleftjdb.com/support. Join the Discord. Back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time on Thursday. Skull.